What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I want to discuss my investing plans for the week ahead, and with the markets being so volatile over the last few days, I want to discuss my plans to take advantage of dollar cost averaging. As discussed in yesterday's video, I talked about how volatile the markets can be and how they actually have to be cyclical in order to have a healthy market. So today I want to discuss my plan to invest a further €200 into the market. I'm going to have a look at my trading 2-on-2 portfolio to see what companies are best to utilize this. But can I please ask before we jump into all of that, if you're new around here, to consider subscribing to the channel, as we're now only 32 subscribers away from our next goal of 700. And with all that being said, let's dive right on into my trading 2-on-2 portfolio. So as it stands, my overall portfolio value is currently sitting at just over €6,200. For my American viewers, that's about $7,500 US, and for my UK viewers, that's about 5,500 GBP. So as my overall portfolio is comprised of 30 stocks that are all blue chip and spread across all different sectors in the market, so even this diversified blue chip portfolio went down a few percent over the last few days due to the markets plummeting down in a few percent. So it's worth noting as well that this always has to happen in the long term as markets move up as well as down. So we can see here, this time last week we had about €6,460 invested and we were up 10.6%. And you can see as the week went by, we went down to, let's say, 6,460, 6,300, then we even dived down to 6,195, and then we kind of plateaued back up to about 6,210 since Friday. So as discussed, guys, I'll be depositing a further €200 today with the hopes of this investing in tomorrow's market once it opens at 2:30 GMT. So the way I'm going to comprise this is I'm going to split it up between 6 different stocks. I'm going to invest €50 into 2 stocks and €25 into 4 other stocks. I'll be doing this comprised of the potential I believe I'll be able to make off that money and also how much I currently have in each of those positions. So next, let's look through each of my portfolio pies to see what companies I'm going to invest in. In my communication services pie, we have one in the red, but it's only down about 0.5% in the form of Facebook, so we're not going to touch that today as I believe there's other companies that we can take better advantage of. We then have consumer discretionary, 3 companies here, 2 are in the red currently, McDonald's and Nike. I probably will put more capital into McDonald's as they're definitely one of my favourite stocks to invest in. I put a few hundred in last week because it was down a few percent at the end as well, but it's after dipping a bit more. So again, that's even better because I get the stock at a more of a bargain. So the long term, I'm going to make more profit. So we're going to add McDonald's to our list. Depending on what other companies we come up with in today's video, if I don't find the full 6, I actually might put one of the €25 investments into Nike, but we'll come back to that later on if it needs be. In consumer staples, all 3 are currently in the red. We'll probably be investing in P&G here as it's down 5%, so I'd probably put one of the €50 into here as well. And Coca-Cola is currently down 2% nearly, so again, Coca-Cola, just like McDonald's, is another company that I'll always put more money into anytime it goes into the red. We then have my energy sector companies. Again, only one here is in the red in the form of iShares Global Clean Energy ETF, but as we only have €94 invested and it's only down 1%, in a normal situation I would put more money in here because I do believe that this ETF has a lot of potential going forward. But today, because the markets have been so volatile, I believe my money is better spent in different stocks that are currently down a lot more than that. ETFs we're going to leave today because they are both in the green still. If we go into the financial sector, we can see that a few of these companies are in the red, mainly Visa and MasterCard, both down 4% and 3.8%. So I'm going to put €25 into each of 2 of these as well. We then have the healthcare pie, one in the red here. Pfizer is down 2.8%. Now in the industrial sector pie, we also have one that's currently down 2.16% in the form of waste management. However, as we have a bit more capital invested in Pfizer, albeit only a small amount, and because it's down a bit more than waste management, we're going to use Pfizer as our 6th company to put the €25 into. So we're going to leave waste management for now, as well as Nike that I mentioned earlier. We're actually going to leave that out today as well because we already have our 6 companies filled. Real estate, realty income is down 0.76%, so again, we're going to leave that. And then in my tech pie, 4 of the 5 are in the green, with the exception being IBM, only down less than 1%. So now we have our 6 companies, let's put them onto an Excel. So these are the companies that I'm investing in today with the €200. We have €50 into each of McDonald's and P&G. We then have €25 split 4 ways into both Coca-Cola, Visa, MasterCard and Pfizer. So next step, we're going to just put those into my trading 2-on-2 now to execute these orders tomorrow morning. So we now have that €200 invested, or ready to invest should I say, for the market to execute that tomorrow morning. On screen now we have €6,411 in our portfolio. Again, it says we have €25 free funds. However, that is just due to a lag, so that will go to €200 pending for those 6 stocks. Another pointer as well that I would recommend is not to put all of your available capital into the market at once. I've seen that a few times now in the comment section below where some people have been asking me questions. For example, person X put €1,000 into the stock market and had nothing else, so if the market did dip, they had kind of no backdrop. So whereas I would recommend if you had €1,000 to invest, I would only put in, let's say, €500 of that at the start, maybe not even 50% of the capital, and see where that stock brings you. If it goes up in value, brilliant, just leave it. If it goes down in value, you can invest a further €500 or €600 you have left to dollar cost average, effectively improving your overall average price, which will give you a better long-term result. And that's one of my main purposes of why I'm only investing €200 today, because I want to have a sufficient cash reserve on the sideline for if the markets do go down a bit more, and because they have been volatile the last few days, I do believe that is quite likely. Again, it might recover tomorrow, it might go down a bit more, but if it does go down more tomorrow, then thankfully I'll have some more money on the sideline to pump even more in to help improve my dollar cost average as well, effectively long term improving this bottom line profit and loss, hopefully for the better. So in summary, after tomorrow I'm going to just see what way the markets are going in terms of if they're moving up or down, and I kind of make my decisions accordingly then. Remember as well, if you're a long term investor at dollar cost averages, long term investing, patience is key, and you don't want to have kind of fear of missing out either, or you need to keep your emotions out of the market and realize that you are in control of where your money goes and you don't lose money unless you actually sell the stock. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick update and rundown of my investing strategy for tomorrow morning once the markets open. I will be investing that €200, as I said, into those 6 stocks, and I gave my reasoning behind them as well. If you found this video anyway helpful or interesting, it'd be brilliant if you consider subscribing to the channel, again as we're getting closer to our next mini goal of 700 subscribers. And again, it would really help me out if you would consider liking the video and comment below if you have any questions, queries or suggestions, and I'll be sure to get back to you as quick as I can. Thanks very much guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video.